What's up and welcome back to Black Belt Secrets. If you like to learn to cook particularly Chinese dishes, then please like this video and subscribe so that you get all of the next delicious dishes coming up. Today is the secret behind the takeaway crab and sweet corn soup. Very easy to make, very quick, and I'm doing your walkthrough for this video so you can make it at home and you don't need to go buy it. This particular serving will get at least 5-6 bowls up there, or you can save some for the next day, so let's get going. Okay, first things first, what would crab and sweet corn soup be without the sweet corn? You guessed it, you need sweet corn and you need crab. Well, they're not really crab, it's seafood sticks all mushed together. Some ginger is essential. I don't like it, but hey, it goes into everything and it makes everything taste better, so I suppose I do like it. So first thing, you're going to take all of these crab sticks. I use one whole packet for the amount that I'm serving up today, which serves at least 5 adults, 1 bowl each, or a couple of adults, large bowls each. You get the drift. So one packet of these usually is what I do. Take them all out of these annoying little plastic wrappers first of all, and then we're going to shred them all up on the plate like so. There's no real science to this. I'm just taking each and every stick and I'm shredding it into tiny pieces, some slightly larger, some slightly thinner. Just adds to the variety and the texture that goes into the soup in the end. They won't really disintegrate when they're in the soup, depending on how long they're in there. As for the ginger, this really is one of the essential ingredients in any Chinese dish. I like to slice this really thinly, partly because it brings the flavour out, partly because I don't like it. So I do a couple of thin slices of this, and then I'm going to slice them up into even thinner slices, because then it flavours the soup, it disappears into the soup, and generally it just works really well. In the meantime, you're going to need to get a pan ready and a kettle full of water. I fill the pan about halfway and then get that on a low heat to bring it back up, not quite to boil, and use the rest of the water for another dish which is coming in another video, another reason to subscribe. So first of all, we're going to get this half pan of water ready, not quite at boil. Don't boil the soup. We never ever boil soup, it destroys the ingredients. So now we're going to take the sweet corn and put about half of it into a bowl like this. Now ideally you'll get some sort of hand blender. You can use any blender, but I use the hand blender because I like to have control of it. Use about half the can, and I'm going to literally mush and blend half of the can of these sweet corn. The main reason for this is it sweetens the soup without using any sugar, any sweeteners, any artificial rubbish. It just uses the sweet corn and it does sweeten up the soup. Then it's literally the easiest thing in the world. Your hot water, I'm going to put some generous amount of garlic salt in there, a little bit of black pepper in there. In goes the crab or artificial seafood stick meat things, and the sweet corn and the blended sweet corn, all of it goes in together in the pot. This is the easiest thing in the world. You just put it together and it tastes great. What could be easier? Mix this up. Do not let it boil. It will ruin the flavour. It will just be a bit bland, not to mention too hot and burn your lips and everything else. So soup should not be boiling. It should be hot but not boiling. This one's a bit of a personal preference and you can do with or without, but I like to put 1 or 2 eggs in there. You're just going to whisk them all together. You don't need to add any salt or anything else. Just whisk them very thoroughly, dump it into the soup because the soup's going to be hot enough to cook the egg within moments anyway. I use chopsticks to stir the soup because it makes sure that the egg gets around the entirety of the soup, so you get a little bit of cooked egg when it comes together. And before you know it, you've got a delicious pan of crab meat and sweet corn soup, or artificially mushed together seafood sticks and sweet corn soup, which is almost identical to most of the takeaways out there, but you will know what's in it and you won't question whether there's anything artificial or anything that you are allergic to, because you will have cooked it and you know what's in it. So if you liked this video and you want more dishes like this that you find in your local takeaways or restaurants, please subscribe to this channel and like the video, because YouTube really responds to that sort of stuff, and spread the word because I like to make these videos for more people to enjoy. Thank you very much for watching and see you next time for more dishes.